Hey everyone, it's Elizabeth, and I am back here to do another week ahead, this time for fire signs Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. And this would be for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. So if this doesn't resonate with you, you might want to check out the other videos I've just posted. I posted water sign, I believe, and air sign. So anyway, I wanted to start off this reading. I'm using the decks I'm using. I got the Tarot Apocalyptus. I got the kit. So the deck comes with a gorgeous book, and it's really heavy. It's a hardcover book. Here, I can show you. I just started reading the book. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's got great stories inside and beautiful pictures, and I highly recommend this deck. I really do. I think you guys will really love it. But it's by the same artist who did the Illuminati deck, Eric C. Dunn and Kim Huggins. But Eric Dunn did the Tarot Illuminati too. And so I decided to also work with my Queen of the Moon Oracle deck by Stacey DeMarco. And I wanted to get a theme of the read, today. So I did this with my last reading, and I kind of digged it. So I dug it. So here we go. The card that I pulled for the theme of your reading from the Queen of the Moon Oracle was the card of balance. You can see that. Balance. And that's emotional balance. It's time for you guys to take your head out of the clouds, like in the picture. Let me take a look at this, and then I'll read to you what it says in the book. It is definitely just by looking at this, it's number 19. 9 and 1 is 10, and 10 adds up in numerology to the number 1. One is, balance is, it's new beginnings. Okay, I'm going to put the card right here so you guys can take a look at it. It's really beautiful. And I'm going to read to you what it says. And it is number 19. So it's long. I don't know if I'm going to read the whole thing, but I am going to take a sip of my water. And what it says here, this is the book, by the way, the companion book that comes with the Oracle deck. So it states here that seek balance. That's the card, balance. Seek balance. Extremes of anything are rarely healthy or useful. There may be an overreaction that has caused the issue. Ground yourself and allow your strength to rise from there. Be aware of where the imbalances in your life are at present. So the mantra is, I seek and maintain healthy balance in my life. It's a couple of paragraphs here. So, basically seeking balance, extremes of anything are rarely healthy or useful. So, the energy I'm getting for you guys, honestly, it's with this message is cut yourself a break. If you're feeling a little over emotional about something right now, you're out of balance, like your head's in the clouds because you've got something on your mind that you can't, that cloud hanging over her head, something is making you gloomy. Something is hanging over your head and you can't let go of it. And you need to seek some balance. And the way to seek that balance most likely is to clear the clouds away. And how do you how do you get rid of all that stress? You've got to deal with you got to face your fears. And like this card of balance, I'm going to look for a paragraph that I read earlier. It's useful to know when our imbalances lie and to make a decision about moving towards a more balanced version. Self-reflection helps identify this when we are too something, working too long, thinking too fast, eating too much, overindulgence. We need to be honest with ourselves so we can identify this quite easily. Allowing ourselves a more considered and balanced view invites a true peacefulness into our lives, sometimes that many people crave in this incredibly busy and chaotic world. Balance allows us to understand that overwhelm isn't a place we want to visit, let alone set up our home in. So if you guys have been dealing, you fire signs, some emotional chaos in your life, maybe this reading will enlighten you a bit. But it's time to release the burdens, guys. It's time to let it go and forgive yourself and forgive others. And let's get started with the reading. So this is the Tarot Apocalyptic, and this is the recent past. The first two cards I pulled, actually, the first row. The first card I got was Two of Pentacles. There she is. So in the recent past, you guys were juggling a couple of different things. You know, I see this energy as you were really trying to keep your emotions, because she's in water, but she's on top of like a ship, like a submarine, and she's keeping her distance from the water as much as possible. You just emotionally detached in the past, and you were just getting by. That's what I'm picking up with some of you fire signs, just getting by. And to validate or clarify my card, I got the Empress. So in the recent past, you know, there was some serious emotional nurturing going on. Perhaps some of you were trying to take care of yourselves in the past, but you know, that cycle, that you were, because you were detaching emotionally in the past, I think you were trying to detach from this Empress energy. I think that you were trying to keep yourself busy and away from this energy of the Empress, which is nurturing, love. It's fertility for some. For some, it's love. You know, it's a woman, a female. It could be a possible female or a man that brings out this emotion in you. All right, so as we move forward into the present situation where you guys are now, this is the King of Swords. This is air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. And so this is, you know, an intelligent man. So some of you fire signs out there, this could be you, somebody you know, a mature gentleman who is intelligent. And I think this guy he lacks emotion, you know. I think that he tries to cover his feelings because what I'm getting is, in your current situation here, is some of you fire signs out there have been the Five of Cups. I just want you guys to see this card. Is one of my favorite Five of Cups I've ever seen. There's 2 cups spilt over here, and 3 cups spilt over, and then 2 cups sitting, and she's sitting there with her hands reaching out. So someone let you down, and in this card, in this deck, they know they disappointed you, fire sign, or you know that you let somebody down. So this, reverse the roles if you want to, but either you're going to be reaching out to someone, because look how she's reaching out. I mean, look at her, you know, she's like, you know, come here, talk to me. So I get this impression when I look at her, you know, either you're reaching out to somebody who you let down or vice versa. Okay, that's what's been on your mind, is you know that you disappointed somebody, but you also know it's time to communicate and talk. But in your immediate future, this is what's happening to you guys. You got the Fool. So this is your, you know, you're open to a whole new, you want to take a risk. This is a major arcana card. And so you're ready for a risk. You're just, you know, the universe is pushing you in that direction of take the risk, okay? And underneath it, what's interesting about it is you've got Ten of Swords, which is the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. In this deck, you know, I'm going to have to read the book, but it's intense. You know, it shows an inner battle, an outer battle. It shows that some of you fire signs, I think, really just either you went through something where you experienced extreme anxiety, pain, emotional torture. I think that some of you caused it, and I think that now some of you want it to come to an end. Okay, you're suffering, you're feeling guilty. Some of you might be feeling guilty. Or again, reverse the roles. Someone you know might be feeling guilty because they treated you so horribly. But you're overwhelmed. You're ready to, like, whatever situation you're in, fire sign, whoever you're with right now, whether it be a friend, a relative, I feel like there's someone in your life right now that's driving you up the wall. I don't know who this person is yet, though, and I feel like you're ready to get away from them. I kind of get this impression that it's earth energy because we've got the Five of Pentacles coming in. And, you know, this is leaving somebody out in the cold. I think that you guys have done that, have left somebody out in the cold. Let me look at this deck. I think you guys are trying, I think either you already did this once before, you got away and you left somebody out in the cold, and now it's coming back to bite some of you in the butt. and reverse the roles. Maybe it was done to you. Maybe somebody left you out in the cold, because what we've got next to it is the Six of Pentacles. That's reciprocity. So this means that it goes from the Five of Pentacles, interestingly enough, from the 5 to the 6, which is, reciprocity. It's being able to exchange feelings and emotions, and so that's what you guys are coming into in the future, is this opportunity to get yourself out of this situation of this Five of Pentacles energy. So you're being given an opportunity where if you were left out in the cold, you're rectifying that by reaching out to someone. So this is, especially when it comes to relationships, reciprocity, reaching out, sharing, in this deck especially, it's balanced, just like your moon card came up here. It's that same energy of balance. Her head's in the clouds. She wants to release that, and that's what you guys want to do. What's coming up, let's see what else I'm seeing here. Hold on, guys. Oh, sometimes I get ahead of myself. It's crazy. Let's see. So this would be other people around you, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, my fire signs for the week ahead. You're dealing with the devil here. So this is a major arcana card coming around. So this could be, either you don't trust yourself or you don't trust somebody, but you're feeling, I think a lot of you also are a lot of fire signs, especially the Aries. And I don't mean to target the Aries, but it's also Sagittarius and Leos too. All of the fire signs, we all have egos. This week you're being put to the test, fire signs. You've got to let your ego, you've got to put the ego away. It's not so important. What's more important really is what's clarifying the card, and that's the Nine of Pentacles. You've been left, you left somebody out in the cold or vice versa, but you've been single, and, in this card, you've got everything you want. That you left somebody out in the cold. If you did do that, if you abandoned someone and you walked away from a relationship or a job, now you're regretting it. Okay? And with the Devil card, now you're realizing your actions were completely unwarranted and unnecessary, completely superfluous behavior is what I'm getting here, especially if you're feeling this guilty, fire sign. And again, reverse the roles. It could be that somebody did this to you, and now they're in this position of, well, I get everything I want, but I don't, what does the song say? What do the Rolling Stones say? You can't always get what you want, but you can get what you need. You're not even there. I don't think you're appreciating what you got, even though you've got all this money and at least a roof over your head and clothes on your body. I mean, you're doing okay, and yet you're single, and I think some of you are feeling like you need to connect with someone. And what shows up here in the future, let's see, hopes and fears. So the Hangman. So this is a gorgeous card. Check out the artwork on this. Can you guys see? I want to make sure you can see how beautiful this is. So Native American energy, Hangman, sacrifice. You guys, hopes and fears here, sacrifice for, I think you guys went through some intense, I think since last April, I would say, and then the summertime, I think you guys went through major changes where you needed a timeout and you took a step back and you had to reevaluate your behavior. And I think you went through a lot, because in the future it shows hopes and fears. This is what you're feeling. You're feeling guilty over a betrayal. So either you were betrayed or someone betrayed you, but there was a third party involved here, whether it was another person or you were lying. Some of you were involved in, I know this because I did a lot of fire sign readings over the last few months. Some of you fire signs got involved with a third party, or some of you fire signs betrayed your partner and didn't tell them everything. And now with this is coming into the future, you're ready to come clean. So you guys are ready to come clean. You guys are in pain. Now your hearts are breaking, and I think you missed somebody. And it's interesting because we do have the outcome card is the Eight of Wands. This means that you're overcoming any type of fear and you're reaching out to somebody to talk to, or vice versa. Or again, it could be that someone's reaching out to you guys. I mean, to clarify the card, I picked the Four of Swords. So you guys are in a place now where, you've been waiting and waiting for the right time to reach out to someone, to send them a message. See how he's got the arrow? I mean, I think you guys are going to send a message to someone, okay? Or maybe you'll receive a message, but, I want to make sure I'm seeing this the right way. That looks like a dove. I can't tell, but the animals here are all symbolic. I mean, the lion is bravery, and I can't tell if that's a squirrel or a chipmunk, and I think that's a pigeon, or a seagull. And this is all about messages. These are birds that send messages. You know, these are animals that. So there are messages coming. Things are happening quickly. So you're either going to hear from somebody or you're going to reach out to somebody. And to clarify, I'm going to actually take a sip of my drink. That way. Down the wrong way. Yummy. Okay. Guys, we need to clarify some of this. So what I want to look at is what's coming in. So we know that some of you are open to receive messages and that some of you may be reaching out to somebody. We also know that you're reaching out to somebody that you were connected to, I believe. Let's see here. It feels like it was romantic. If it wasn't romantic, it was a friendship. It could be. Let's see. I want to see who are you reaching out to? Because I see the Empress. The Empress came up here in the beginning, and you guys were kind of with that Two of Pentacles, you know, vacillation in a way, but just kind of juggling more so. So we've got the Devil, Knight of Pentacles. We know what that's about. So I want to know about the Eight of Wands. These last four cards here. The Hangman, the Eight of Wands. I want to know what the Eight of Wands especially has to do with the Four of Swords. Okay. Let's see. Eight of Wands. Okay. Let me turn these around this way. Eight of Wands, please. I'm asking my guides and my guardian angels to please be as accurate and as evidential as possible. What is coming up regarding Eight of Wands, Four of Swords? I want to look at the Eight of Wands. What is this about? Next to the Four of Swords. I'm just going to calibrate the energy here. Shuffle my cards. What is the energy for my fire signs? Sun, Moon, Rising, Aries, Leo, Sag. What is the Eight of Wands and the Four of Swords about? Okay, so we've got King of Pentacles. So you're being methodical. You know, this is earth sign energy, Taurus, okay, Capricorn, and I know that I'm missing one, Virgo. There are many in my family. And King of Pentacles here is methodical and taking his time. So whoever you're reaching out to, fire signs, again, you can reverse the roles. The energy I'm getting is you're being methodical, you're taking your time. Like the King of Pentacles, you want to be responsible and prepared. So you are being prepared for what? What are you... Okay. King of Cups, expressing feelings of love. In this deck, he's a beautiful man, and he's holding his cup and offering love. So some of you want to reconnect with somebody from your past. Some of you want to make amends. Let's see. I want to see what else I'm getting. So the next week ahead, what is the message? Who are they talking to? Who are they sending this message to? So thanks for your patience, guys. I want to see what this is about. I know that you guys are seeking balance this week. So what is this message about with the Eight of Wands, Four of Swords, Three of Swords? What is this message? Who is this message about and to? Okay, so Temperance. This is a soulmate. Soulmate energy coming through. So I believe some of you are reaching out to a soulmate. Or someone like a twin flame, or someone that you loved and cared about. They will be, listen, I see you reaching out to them. You got the Ten of Wands, and the Three of Cups, and you also got Ten of Wands, Ace of Swords. So there is, some of you are reaching out and communicating with somebody from that you were involved with. It was a soulmate energy. You're seeking some balance, and this person may feel like this is a burden on them. And again, switch the roles. Maybe it's a burden on you. Anyway, I hope this reading resonated with everybody. And I just wanted to remind everybody that the contest continues until I get to 100 subscribers, and then I will randomly choose 3 people who are subscribed to receive phone readings with me, 15-minute phone readings. So please like the video, subscribe, share the video, and please leave feedback. I love feedback. I really would love to know if this resonated with any one of you. And blessings to all. Have a beautiful and blessed week.